Dyslexia. What is it? It's a reading disability where words may be read backwards, letters may be read backwards or upside down, or there may be missing spaces between letters when a person tries to read. So let's look at why this might be and how we could help the children who suffer from this disorder. Sigmund Freud, the father of psychiatry, of modern psychiatry, of psychoanalysis. In 1900, he wrote that children who were dyslexic were refusing to read out of rebellion to their parents. But that was Freud, and that was psychoanalysis. Proust and the Squid by Marianne Wolf, a 2007 book with the subtitle The Story and Science of the Reading Brain, provides us with some historical context and some updated context of dyslexia, which may be of interest to my audience. We move on from psychoanalysis to a more cognitive psychology approach. In 1870, Adolf Kussmaul, a German, examined Monsieur X, who had stroke damage to the angular gyrus, which is in this area here of the brain, and the visual areas in the back of the brain. And he suggested that perhaps this contributed to his dyslexia. When children had dyslexia, it was called childhood dyslexia, as opposed to acquired dyslexia. Lucy Fildis in 1921 noticed that there was damage to the auditory system and suggested that there were auditory image deficits. Then in the 70s we go and look at Valentino, who looked at various systems such as Wernicke's area, somewhere in the area of there, which is language, the understanding of language associated with that area, and then Broca's area is more to the front here, and that is for language production. And she also looked at the visual and auditory areas of the brain. And then we came up with this idea of a cumulative dyslexia hypothesis, where it's these various brain systems that are not working well together, and there's not automaticity, especially with the occipital temporal area, the occipital being the back, temporal being the side parts of the brain, which resulted in phonological and naming speed errors. So there are various factors that we should consider in remediation, which include working on spelling, working on vocabulary, and integrating various aspects of reading to treat dyslexia in the classroom today. And I thank you for listening to this presentation.